All right, game recap. Played a decent game defensively. We knew he was going to run heavy corners, and a couple times we left our corner discipline off, and he was able to get those passes off. But that's why we were leading early, because he kept trying to hit those corners, and we basically had those covered. But we were in there, had opportunity, a few opportunities. I chanced some with Herbert, and he just had one of those games where he's just off. So some of his games are like that. He's definitely different without abilities. His release is super slow. But 3 ints, the last one was just like chuck and pray sort of thing. So Eckler was able to get some. We couldn't stop Evans, though. Passing, he was 11-16, but the running game was really what started getting us, because we were playing pretty good, just couldn't get couldn't stop the run, which obviously opened up the pass because he play actions, those corners, a decent amount as well. Good distribution. Tried to, at the end, get my boy Jermaine Burton. That's my boy White Jermaine. Couldn't get my rookie any yards. He had one, dropped it though. Got basically a knockout. J.C. Jackson, Bosa, Derwin James, and J.C. Jackson overall. Tackles for a loss, we got 5 of them. And then we had 4.5 on sacks, 2 interceptions. That was a user interception. It'd probably be in the highlights. Samuel with 1, 2 forced fumbles. One of those like hold them up sort of things. Bosa got one of them and took it back to the house. And Harris actually got a recovery as well. So he had a pretty good game, an interception and a recovery. He should have actually had 2 interceptions. I was right under a pass, and they just didn't give me any animation or anything like that. So this is just a cover sack. Actually, this isn't even a cover sack. This is me being slow to read. I just wasn't on my game. I just wasn't clicking, right? When I'm clicking this, I'm hitting Palmer across the middle right here. But I wasn't clicking. I actually didn't even read the defense much pre-snap, which is always a key to when I know I'm not clicking, is whenever I'm not paying attention to the defense pre-snap. So just one of those days. This one was a pretty obvious throw. He likes to throw posts, slants, things like that. And so when I saw the tight ends bail, I went straight for the slant. So good user on that one. First score, no touchdowns at all. It's just a run up the gut there. This was the fumble. I think this was after an interception, I believe. Oh, no, it was a punt. Okay. So this one just came around the edge. 2 people, basically. We beat up both of his tackles, and he just fumbled. And after that, it was just a foot race. We just had enough room to get there. All right, so 14-7 at half, and then he remembered that he had a running back, and it got ugly. This is the one that should have been another interception. I'm right there. I'm like spamming triangle. I read it, came across, and I'm spamming triangle, and he just does nothing at all. That should have been an easy interception. But wasn't. And then both my guys, they just decided, oh, look, flowers. They just looked around. Good thing it was likely and it wasn't mooning, because that's a house call if it's mooning. Very next play, this is why I meant, I knew corners were coming. Had them out there, boom. We pretty much knew corners were coming, and I lost my discipline on that once he started being able to get his rush game going. This one, the read is there. I should have highballed it, but I ended up gunning it, and he was just under it. So good read by him, but he got the animation as well. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's a safety at linebacker. Yeah, Eric Murray. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a safety at linebacker right there. Depending on the defense right here. That's probably a down 2-3-6, it looks like, or something like that. But definitely a safety under there. So I'll make a different read if I pay attention, see that that's a safety, because a linebacker's not jumping like that. So that would have been an easy pitch and catch. And it was behind the receiver, so the safety wouldn't have got to it either. Same thing here. I knew corners were coming. I took the safety, but when I saw the crossing route right there, I was like, it made me hesitate, and I just didn't get out there with the safety. But Phillips, that's my rookie. So, you know, J.C. Jackson was gone, running off on that. Asante Samuel's up top, you know, so he just got over on that one. This one I was taking the read. The camera angle's jacked. There we go. All right, so he had soft coverage here. His outside guy covered my flood. I should have left my tight end down. That would have made that outside guy make a decision, and I would have had that bail out. Eckler had position. I free-formed it. Probably shouldn't have. That's maybe why it was so far out in front. But he got a nice little vacuum animation where it just zoop, went right into his DB's hands. Another little coverage sack here. This one here, Everett had position. I just threw it up to him and spam triangle until I could catch it. And so it worked. Big bank, take a little bank, basically. I blew it on the play before this. I wanted to call a timeout, but I thought I might need my timeout, so I did. So on this one, I was looking for my backside, but that was covered. I could have walked this in. I saw him switch to that guy, so I expected him to come up on me, so that's why I went ahead and just highballed through this one to him. So good little tub there. This one I should have dove. If I dive, I'll probably get that. And then he just juked in on that one and made the play. This is Derwin James. I'm thinking Derwin's about to come up and lay some lumber, and he doesn't. But good scramble, good run. No, it's just a sack. Yeah, he just sent pressure off the edge. Yeah, so I was waiting on Burton, which is he's up there on the 40, top right. I was waiting on him to go free, and just didn't have the blocking. And then this one I threw it up. They don't have that replay, but I threw that one up again. Herbert missed. He was my tight end was up there, and tight end ended up. We'll come back and do that. Tight end ended up on top. Was able to get free, but Herbert threw it pretty much behind him, a little short, even with the free form up. So he just missed him. But either way, he was definitely beatable. It wasn't an issue of him out scheming or anything. I just made some mental mistakes. Wasn't scheming well myself, so on offense. But I should have stayed aggressive. I just kind of tried to play it safe. So look forward to playing him again, though. Hopefully we meet in the playoffs at some point at the big one.